Hello, welcome back to Planner Apocalypse. Today we are going to be reviewing my Q1 goals in the Memento Mori Goal Planner, and I'm also going to be transferring back to a Discbound system happy planner this quarter moving forward. For anyone who doesn't know, my name is Mo or Momo, and I am the creator of the Memento Mori Goal Planner system. You can find it on Etsy. It is available in classic happy planner size, A5 size, and US letter or like big happy planner. It is a death positive goal planner that was made to help you live a more conscious life so that you don't have as many regrets when you die. If that appeals to you, you can check it out. But the reason why I'm like moving back into a Discbound partway through the year here at this juncture is because I had been housing my goal planner pages in my 𝖦𝖎𝖓𝖊𝖓 and this is a spring cousin. So this is actually ending in March. We are in almost the last week of March, so these are, you know, like it's time to move on. And also I have this leftover that I call these my reschedule planners, where I take the guts out of a happy planner that was out of date and I fill it with my planner. I was not hoping for the somber or black and white version, but that's what I have. I also need to reprint the calendars because I am a Monday start girly, so I'm gonna have to reprint these. But for right now, I'm going to be doing the review, and I need this. Since this was in like a traveler's situation here, traveler's notebook kind of thing on strings, if you will, the goal setting portion was in this kind of booklet that I printed. So a lot of this I will have to kind of transfer into these goal setting pages in the classic size, but that's kind of beside the point at this point. What I need from this and this is my goals, and I need to know my review stuff. So I've got January, February, March in here. I haven't actually, you know, finished March, so I didn't do the March review yet, but, you know, we're gonna work with what we have. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not get a lot done this quarter. It's been a very heavy kind of mental health recuperation kind of month. I have a call coming up, so I need to make sure that I am on time. This is a time timer. It's really useful because it's visual, but anyway, I didn't get a lot done. This is my work happy planner, which I can, you know, do a loose flip. I do intend on, it's very minimal. I don't decorate a whole lot. I don't really decorate at all in this. It's purely functional, but I'm going to be franken plannering. So I'm not sure if I want to use this, or maybe I will, because I was thinking about either using these covers from this Miss Maker notebook. I really wish this was dot grid, but or I was going to just kind of slap it together in here. This might have to be broken up into 2 different videos, but I guess we'll find out. I have my color coding pens here. Everything is falling over. I mean, everything is bad. Okay, so we've got this. People who ordered a physical copy of my reschedule planner got a little skull paperclip and this little hand-lettered sticker, and also this info sheet. But I will not be making these again until the 2024 release, so, you know, if that interests you, you can stay tuned. So we are going into April, so I need these pages here. All right, I think I'm not gonna do the March review because that's gonna be in my April setup. So I'm just gonna go into here and I'm going to find my original setup. This is my original check-in. I'm gonna miss the pastel colors, but I don't want to let this planner go to waste. I want to save the paper. So here we go. So I will also be going and looking at my goals because that's kind of the point. All right, so my top goal for connection was to increase quality time with family and friends. These are also umbrella, like long-term goals, and then projects are going to be underneath that. So I should probably be thinking about, I'm already thinking about like edits, but like setting, you know, having a sheet to set new goals if that is a thing. But increase quality time. I mean, maybe. I didn't do as much as I wanted. My rest and well-being well-being was not great. My well-being was bad. My rest was good because I literally could not do anything because my mental health was bad. My home environment, that got tossed by the wayside, so that's a big fail. My alignment and self-expression, so I wanted to post 4 videos per month and write 30 minutes a day. I didn't do any writing, which is not a surprise if you've been here before. I almost got to my 4 videos a month, if I'm gonna just look. This is like a mini Kanban board that I have here. Yeah, so January for Planuary, I did post more than 4 videos, and then for 𝖊𝖊𝖓𝖊𝖓, I'm trying to come up with like funny names for all the months, but I posted more than 4 or exactly 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fine. And for March, I'm behind. I don't know how many I posted. Let's see. That's a huge... See, it was National Craft Month, and that was going to be my theme, but I did not do that. So I'm filming the Q1 review, Q2 setup right now. I did my Aries Grimoire pages, which was awesome. I didn't do my 𝖙𝖍𝖎𝖓𝖓 update, which I need to do. I also need to get my taxes done. I did my February review, March plan with me. I filmed the mini recollections Franken Planner video. So I think I might be on for that. So that's good. I also made these stickers for this, since this is like basically my editorial calendar for YouTube. Would it be called that? My video calendar? I don't know. But this is made to fit the Happy Planner monthly boxes. So you got monthly stats for your platform. And I signed up for TikTok, but literally I have not used it yet. We've got my Etsy shop stats and like any money I made or whatever, which I haven't really done anything about. So that's that. So this one's okay. So I think I've been, working on that, and I think, so my top goal for resources and contribution, this is my no spend year, and or my maker's year, and I would like to pay off 50% of my total debt by the end of the year. I've been doing really great with not spending anything. I have a whole video on my maker's year or my no spend year detailing the rules and stuff like that. I've stuck by my rules. I have not bought anything on the naughty list. I did have to repurchase some supplies like tape runners and what was the other thing? Ink for my pens. These thingies. These like ink refills. And I always buy them in bulk because I go through them pretty quickly. They're cheaper in bulk. End of story. So honestly, the no spend part is really on point. The making part is not. So that needs some work. So practice, I guess, yeah. So my maker's year is linked to practice, which is my Etsy business. Stock my shop with a range of offerings. Specifically, like out of the past 3 months, I think I've put one new listing up in my shop, and it's a printable sticky note for cash denominations if you're doing cash envelopes for your budgeting. And it's just like a cute rainbow pastel thing. I think it's cute anyway. But that's really it. So I need to step that up. Taxes and just other stress has been kind of first and foremost. Play games and do other hobbies for replenishment. Play has been actually pretty good, and this has been keeping me from doing a lot of the compulsive buying. So top goal for curiosity and passion, get through coursework. I've only done like free courses, which have been interesting, but I have not done like my certification courses. I would like to, well, I guess we'll get into that with the next thing. So let's look at where we are right now. Oh, whoopsie. I'm not following directions. Before you look through your old pages, which may influence how you truly feel right now, how satisfied are you with your overall life during the past season? Give your impression a rating. I am not satisfied, y'all. It's been a mentally, emotionally straining 3 months, which it has affected like every avenue of my life. So I'm gonna say a 4. Not great. Now take some time to look through the pages from the past 3 months, gather your evidence, and rate your domains below. Okay, so we just gathered evidence, I guess. I do this because it's always very easy to get really down on yourself, like I didn't complete anything this month, and to have that feeling of like always being behind, and then you can like actually take a minute and go through, look through your planner pages, or look at your Kanban board if you use a Kanban board with like sticky notes or like whatever, to look at like all of the things that are in the done pile. That's something that I found really, really valuable from bullet journaling, just being able to see things that I have done and instead of feeling like I haven't done anything. And it's also something that was really, really impactful for me from Sarah Cannon's HB90 system, like with the sticky notes and stuff. I actually saved all my sticky notes, and I kind of want to like make jars of them to just be like, look at all the things that I did. But that's beside the point. It's nice to take stock of what you've done so that you stop feeling like you haven't done anything. So we are going to color code these little boxes. If anyone's wondering why there are two colors for some, the dark blue is business, like the business side of my creative business, and then the practice, the light blue, sorry, is the actual creativity part of my business. And then gray is videos, and then yellow is writing, because I felt the need to differentiate. All right, so I'm just gonna write down the original score at the start of the year for each domain. Girl, no, I should do this right now. Concentrate, calm your freaking scatterbrain. All right, so for connection, I'm gonna say an 8. So actually there's like not been any change. Maybe I will not look at the scores until after from previous, so I'm not cheating. Is that cheating? Rest and well-being, that's I'm gonna say a 4, girl. Not great. Not very great at all. Home and environment. Let's say 4 as well. I have not been doing anything. And also my vacuum cleaner broke and my carpet cleaner. So I'm cursed right now. Alignment and self-expression, I'm gonna say a 6 because I've been doing the things, and I wish I was doing more of the things. You know what I mean? I'm gonna actually make a gray up here because I've been doing more with videos than writing, but I have been preparing for writing because that's how I do. I always have to prepare like ridiculously. All right, resources and contribution. Judging by not just the domain, but the actual goal of my no-buy year, I'm gonna give myself a 7 because I've been a very good girl. Like I'm astounded at myself for being so good, and I have to reward myself soon. I did put some of my like ill-gotten gains aside for like use as rewards last year, so I will have to pick something. So I have like 1 new fountain pen and 2 inks. I have to decide which one I want. I might pick the ink because it's a pretty ink. So practice, that is, I'm gonna say like a 3. Not great. Not great. Play's been good. Play, like I've been good at that. I'm gonna say like a 6, maybe a 7, because I've needed this to stay afloat. You know what I mean? Just to try to mitigate some of the mental health whatnots. Curiosity and passion, I'm gonna give a 4. So now let's take the tally for the year start. Year start. I need to figure out how to actually like make a line that has the numbers so I have it in every single space. I'm gonna make where's my editing pen? My editing pen will say make numbers for every space because I hate counting. I'm self-taught with Illustrator, okay? So like give me a break. Be kind. Here we go. Alignment and self-expression. Oh, I put it half and half. Oopsie. That's confusing to me. I don't want to do that anymore. So let's see. I said 8 and a 3 for writing. I'm just gonna have to really think about it as one bucket because this is confusing to me, Bevan. And then resources and contribution, I think I also said a 7, but here it was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Practice, oh boy, I said a 7, and it is now a 3. Play was a 5, and now it is a 7. And then curiosity and passion was a 7, but now it's a 4. All right, so we've done our little assessment. Connection stayed the same. That's what the equals sign is for. Rest and well-being decreased. That's what the minus is for. Decrease. This one increased. Resources and contribution increased from a 5 to a 7, which is great. Like just going by the actual goal, right? I think overall it's still largely the same, but I'm gonna congratulate myself because I've done something. Or not done something, I guess. Practice went down. Play increased. Curiosity and passion decreased. Okay, I have to add all these up and then divide them to get an average. But just going by the overall increase or decrease, it looks like it's going to be a negative. But I'm going to wait till I get my total score. If this thing goes a little bit faster. Do you see this? There's a privacy policy for my calculator app. Thank you. Don't sell my information about what I'm adding up and subtracting, please, thanks. So we've got to 50 divided by 8. So we have 6.25 and 5.5. So yeah, overall it has decreased, and I'm going to try to give myself grace about that. There's just been a lot of stuff happening to make things not happen. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So here we go. We've got some review questions. I might actually reuse these pages next year, like redate them, because I'm insane. I can't let my paper go to waste. This is the good paper, okay? The 32-pound HP paper. It's good. Okay. How off was my impression of how things went versus how I felt after looking through the pages for the past 3 months? Did anything surprise me, or was I right on? So I said a 4, and the average here is 5.5. So I was close. It would be nice if I could, come up with assessment questions to give you numbers instead of just like feeling, because that's very subjective and mercurial, I guess. But this is what I got. This is what I got right now. Okay. I was pretty close. Did I say yes to too many things this past season? Do I need to lighten up my commitments, goals, or otherwise in the next season? It was just a lot of anxiety being a distraction, basically. What did I spend the majority of my time and energy on in the past 3 months? What do I know recharges my battery? What have I noticed depletes me? So I spent the majority of my time in anxiety and rumination. What do I know recharges my battery? Reading manga, watching anime, storycraft. And then what have I noticed depletes me? Let me think. Conflict, drama, not living up to others' expectations of me. How aligned did I feel this season? Am I living in alignment with my values? What am I doing or no longer doing in order to stay true to myself? I had a hard time feeling aligned with certain things, but yeah, so I said I had a hard time feeling aligned with certain things, especially setting boundaries, which is very difficult for me. But in other areas, I feel aligned, like in my 𝖙𝖍𝖎𝖓. So it's always important whenever you feel like you're behind or failing to, compliment sandwich, kind of like point out something you're doing right. What patterns or trends do I notice about tasks that I'm avoiding? They are very involved and boring. Am I avoiding one particular goal or project, task, subject? Why? I guess, or I'm scared. So let's see. Am I avoiding one particular goal? Yeah, the budget workbook, because I need access to my creative well, and it's been hard to create when I'm freaking out, basically. What has been hard lately? In what ways can I make this easier on myself? Well, I guess mental health and believing that setting boundaries, or, trying to set boundaries, or even, not wanting to engage in conflict or makes me a bad person. That's what I've been dealing with lately, I guess. I said mental health and feeling like I'm going against my core values by setting boundaries, or trying to, even though I need those, even though the situation is unsustainable as is. During this process, what has become less important to me? I guess correcting people's vision or impression of me, especially if they're not actually curious about the truth. So needing to be perfectly understood, which is literally something that's been really important to me for my whole life, and it's led to a lot of unhealthy choices, I guess. So I'm gonna just let it be. What's become more important to me? Peace, not giving my energy away to something that I can't really fix, I guess, or change. This season I learned that, man, so what's coming up for me right now is that I'm a coward. I'm gonna have to do some thinking and do this off camera. I don't know, this whole thing feels very personal. I don't want to say too much on camera, so I hope you all understand. What 3 areas of my life need to be focused on next season for the next 3 months? So I guess the lowest ones are definitely practice. You know, I realize that these are pretty high, but I would like to, you know, continue working on those, on the same categories, and I think that's fine. So resources and contribution, and alignment and self-expression. All right, so that's the review. I'm gonna just pull this out. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with the stuff here. So this is gonna be my goal brain dump thingy. So let's see. What season am I moving into? Spring! We are moving into spring. Hooray! Where's my big markery thing? Transfer your seasonal correspondences and associations for I will show you where that is. One of the things that I've learned is that it's okay for people to dislike you. It's okay to be misunderstood as long as I know who I am. Something else popped into my head, but it's already gone. I can't be what everyone needs. Okay, that's from my husband. You can't be what everyone needs you to be. Thank you, Nick. This is my vision board. Okay, so the brain dump we've got. So these are my personal cycles. Transfer your seasonal correspondences. That is... Okay, so I've got seasonal associations here. Let's make a little box. That's gonna say spring. We've got rebirth, spring cleaning. That's a good idea. I need to do that. New projects, fresh starts, spring break, and allergies. Okay, so that's the actual season of spring, like the earth season. And then as far as my personal cycles, we've got mental health, emerging from depression. I'm super hoping that this is going to be a mental spring too. Physical health would be relief. My pain's actually not been super bad. It's been maybe like a 3 or 4. So it's actually been relatively good. My neck still hurts though. And my stupid 𝖒𝖊𝖓𝖓𝖊𝖓 thing is just, it is what it is. It's always like that. But I've been relatively good. I need to do my physical therapy exercises. I need to get a massage. I just find it so funny and almost disturbing that my word or theme for this year is Elysian, which is like divine beauty and peace, and then immediately at the start of the year, conflict. So I'm just like, dear universe, why for you treat me this way? Why? The irony is, I'm seeing this. But yeah, okay. So we have the seasonal associations. So I did that. Looking back to the long-term goals that you made at the beginning of the year, what milestones, projects, habits, and tasks are most appropriate for this season? So we've got, I definitely want to do some spring cleaning right here. So I'm highlighting it in orange because that's my home and environment stuffy thingamajig. We got my maker's year. I would write pay taxes, but this is, what does it say? Today's March 23rd. Pluto is moving into Aquarius today, but I want to get that scheduled before the second quarter actually starts. So I'm not going to write it on here because I want to be a good girl. Let's see here. We got no spend. I would like to, let's do a no spend update because I need to do that. So that's a video. I really should stop color coding with 2 things, but 'tis what it is. I definitely want to do Camp NaNoWriMo. I need to make more stuff too, like for my maker's year. Hello. I'm really excited about Camp Nano, and I really want to make some, like design some writers stuff for my shop. I already have like some stickers, writing stickers, and I have some printable sticky notes that I need to get up for like word sprints, word count sprints, whatever, you know, writing. I can't write and talk at the same time. I feel like I had one more thing, but oh, right. I need to make my writing capsule. I would like to make a one-shot for webtoons. So, oh wait, I need to do the budget workbook. Budget workbook. I do want to make the one shot for webtoons because I like I'm trying to transition into, you know, my comic thing, but I need to get some practice with comics before I jump into Morningstar Academy, and then people are like, wow, I can't even go back and like look at this beginning stuff because it's terrible because I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, writing capsule, and let's make the video for that too. Boop, boop, boop. Ooh, I just got an idea. What was I doing? I think overall, I want to focus on writing for Q2, but like my number one project is going to be my budget workbook. Oh, so that means, let me do a little box here. Got the main focus or main quest. So what do I need to do for that? I need to do publish and thrive. I meant to do it while it was, you know, live and active, but I just did not. And then I also need to do the art for it and also the designs, obviously. And then I've got to publish it. This is going to be my first self-published book. It's going to be available through, well, like Kindle direct printing. So it is going to be a physical book. It's not going to be an ebook. Since it's a workbook, you know, you need to like write in it. I'm excited if I actually, you know, get it get it done. So this, and then the other thing will be also side quest writing. So yeah, one shot for webtoons, and then we're gonna go over here. Let's see. So we just had the new moon in Aries. It is now Aries season. The themes and associations are taking initiative, courage, inspiration. Related domains would be alignment and self-expression. Emphasis on alignment. Know thyself. Practice. Taurus comes next. Okie dokie. And then June. So, okay. All right. So we've got taxes due and Dad's birthday. I kind of want to go visit for spring break. Let's see. I want to do publish and thrive. I also want to do the Moonology certification course. So that way I can put in my little bio that I'm a certified Moonologer. Right in here. Imagine that, like right down here. Certified Moonologer. That's me. I need to do the homeschool reschedule planners. We have Bealtana coming up and the summer solstice. We'd like to finish homeschool with some kind of project. I want to do this, and let's go through the goals. So I feel like these kind of like one and done things every month is like, you know, family game night or movie night or, you know, something like that. Those are not going to be changing. What is next? Okay, so like let's do some fit pickles maybe. Nick, I want to get a massage. My neck is killing me. I do have manicure on here. I honestly don't I honestly don't know if I'm gonna do that. So let's fix vacuum, fix carpet cleaner so that I can do that again. Oh yeah, my story journal, though I might turn that into a section in the capsule. I'm not really sure yet how I'm going to do that. I got to do my website. I want to get my iPad fixed. It might just be an easy thing and it might not be, but we'll see. I got to make my Shopaholics video, my book review. It was a good book. It was very useful, I think. I also need to start working on my 2024 Memento Mori Goal Planner edits. So there's that. Oh, monthly budget with Nick. Oh, I need to do my Taurus page for my grimoire. So we've color-coded all of the things. After your milestones are transferred, is there anything here that you realize doesn't resonate with you anymore? Is there something you'd rather direct your resources toward? You're allowed to change your mind and pivot. So let's find out here. I do want to like keep reading the shopaholic type books. I think that is helpful for me. I think, honestly, and please don't take my example as, you know, if you are a compulsive spender or debtor or whatever, please don't take my example as something that I'm prescribing for you. This is what has been working for me. You are going to be different, and that is fine. Everybody's road to recovery is going to look different, and that's okay. So I've been reading other people's struggles on the Debtors Anonymous bulletin board that I'm a member of. I have not contributed yet, but I have found that simply talking to my husband about my struggles has been very helpful. I'm still working through my STEP workbook. That does not take the place of, you know, a group if that is something that you need. So I just want to put that out there. Just because I'm not, you know, going out in person to groups for Debtors Anonymous does not mean that if you are struggling with this, that you shouldn't, you know, do that if that's going to be helpful for you. I think after identifying my own triggers and kind of stuff behind it, I'm doing the work. No matter what that looks like, I'm still doing the work. So your story is going to be different, and that's fine. That's expected because we're different people, and we all have different experiences, and there we go. So I am going to check that off. We did that. Circle the top items you want to work on, 1 max per domain. So remember, you won't be able to work on everything at the same time, and that's okay. Ain't that the truth, my friend? So the budget workbook is number 1 for the green one. The little green one. I'm just gonna put this right over here. Let's get out of here. So transfer your top items. I didn't circle things, girl. All right, so my Camp NaNoWriMo, I think, is going to be my, but that's not, nope. I do this every single time. I'm like, yeah, NaNoWriMo is going to be my focus. That only lasts 1 month. It's not the whole thing. So what do I actually want to work on that I can use Camp NaNoWriMo as a thing to work on? That's a good question. I'm going to work on my one-shot for webtoons for writing. And that's not going to happen until I'm done with my budget workbook. So what I think I'm actually going to do is use Camp NaNoWriMo to work on my budget workbook, because Camp NaNoWriMo, you can set your own goal, like word count goal, and it doesn't have to be words. It can be like pages or other units of measurement, although it's still tracked as words. I think last year I used either hours or pages or something like that for literally the same project. I've been working on this for a while. So yeah. Okay. Budget workbook comes first. That is like going to be my main focus, but I'm doing it again. Okay. Connection, top connection item is I want to finish homeschool with some kind of project, and that is a project. So I have to figure out what that is, and then, you know, have my son do the thing. Top rest and well-being item, I think, is going to be fit pickles with Nick, because we are going to be the fittest pickle. And that is going to be a habit. So I have that here so that we are aware of what kind of goal this is. I would like to form the habit of actually working out and doing yoga with my husband. Top home and environment item. Fix cleaning appliances. And that is a one and done task. Thank freaking God. Top alignment and self-expression item is gonna be, I think it's gonna be my budget workbook. Top resources and contribution item is going to be my budget workbook. These are projects. My top practice item is gonna be my budget workbook. And you know what? I think that because this kind of is a multi-domain thing, I am fine with, and because it's very time-consuming and all-encompassing, let's say, I'm fine with it being the top thing for multiple categories. Like, that's fine with me. I literally only have one thing for play, and that's 𝖒𝖊𝖓𝖊𝖓, so I guess that wins by default. Congratulations, Tyler. Top curiosity and passion item. Moonology certification, though I also have Publish and Thrive. So even though, you know, Publish and Thrive is a writing course, it is still a course. Coursework is part of my curiosity and passion domain, so I'm going to write Publish and Thrive because that is going to be pivotal for publishing my workbook. So overall, oh, this is a project. 𝖙𝖎𝖎𝖓𝖊 is, that's a habit. And yeah, so overall, my main focus is this budget workbook, and everything is pretty much converging to support my main goal here. And that's the thing, right? Because we need to support our main focus, main quest. Yeah. My sub theme for the next 3 months is going to be renewal, of course, because it's springtime and that's what I'm a big fan of. I would like to renew my love for writing and creation and actually get some writing and creating done. So that's that. Now I'm going to shut this video off and you can watch me frankenplan in the next one because this is probably already too long. Thanks for watching. Bye.